I know as well as that temperatures don't really matter out in the world. They matter for what the animals are doing, whether everybody's hibernating, whether the plants are doing their thing where they freeze before they pop into spring. But dang, here we are and it's 8 degrees today. It is cold. I know you're cold. And I know you're thinking, why is Shoshana even thinking about the housing market? Because my friends, did you know that the Cleveland housing market is always running about 3 months ahead? So while you're thinking winter, yes, sweaters, coats, vests, tights, wraps, hats, earmuffs, gloves, and all of those things. I've even seen some people out on the street in ski masks. You're thinking about all of those things. We're thinking spring market. Because those people who are looking to sell their home in the spring market in Cleveland are smart and they're getting it ready today. When you're thinking, oh, I can't take my outside run, that's okay. Exercise indoors, and while you're at it, look at your space. Get that house really ready. Are your plants looking green or are they looking tired? You want to get it set up because what I'm saying is, while it might only be mid-January, February, March, April, that's it. That's all you got. It's about 10 weeks and we are really headed to the spring market. Now, I have for years told people that the very, very best time to list a home is actually not in April, May, or June. The very best time to list your home is right after President's Day. And why is that? Why is the end of February my favorite time to list? That's because, frankly, there's very little on the market, and that makes you stand out. What happens in May and June, to me, those months are the months when everything lights up. The streets just go ding, 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 with listings, and then the buyers are like, I don't really know where to look. There's so much on the market. How am I supposed to know what to look at? If you do it this way, which is to say list at the end of February, you will be just ready to go. Now, again, if you need painters or you need, I won't say landscapers because like we said, it's cold and gross out, but if you need painters or repair people of any sort, just give me a buzz because I'm happy to help you get set up for what you need to get your house sold in today's spring market of 2024. So before we get to our market stats, I always like to say that if you're looking to check your home value, be sure to check the link below. Subscribe to this channel. I would really love a comment on what you think is going on in the Cleveland housing market because I'm about to share some numbers. But before I do, push pause, write down your quick comment, and then let's see if you're right. So let's just grab the computer. Here we go. And what I look at when I look at statistics is I'm always looking behind me, right? It would be impossible to have that crystal ball to know what's coming forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to my handy dandy graphs that look like this, and I get to report some numbers. It is really interesting because when we're looking behind us, while it's January 2024, it's really December 2023 as far as statistics go. So here we go. Houses for sale. We're down in December, down by 17% compared to last month. What? That's crazy. That was November, was the last month. Homes closed in December were down 8% compared to the previous month. And homes under contract were down 12%. However, homes placed under contract in December was up about 4% compared to last year. That's interesting to me, and we'll want to pay attention to it because we do have seasonality. I know if you live in like Hilton Head or Palm Springs or one of those kind of communities, maybe in Miami Beach, something like that, you don't have intense seasonality. You don't even believe that markets can be seasonal in the ways that ours are. But our real estate market is indeed seasonal. And we're going to have fewer sales in the winter cold months. But like I say, if you're going to sell, now's the time because the serious buyers are out there and there's no competition. So you win. Now, let's talk about something different than just how many sold. What I really want to talk about is I actually want to talk about pricing. So for that, I'm actually going to go to a different tab on the graph. Okay, so here we go. The different tab on the graph tells me as follows. It tells me that asking prices are up nearly 2%. What was the key there? Yes, the key was asking, because if you ask, you might not receive, right? You can ask anything you want for your house, but unless you're priced exactly spot on, you're not even going to generate an offer. And the feedback is going to be crummy. And then the perception of your house is just that it's priced wrong and somebody can get it for an insane bargain, which might not even be the case. And interestingly, sold prices were actually down about 3.5% compared to, let's see if that was compared to the previous month. That's interesting. But they were up, let's say they were still up about 3% since a year ago. So I think that comes out in the wash. But what that means is our pricing is more or less level. Now, if you could see what I see in terms of the graph, and let me tell you, I'm no fancy video editor, so I'm just going to show you the computer. What you see here is the green is the asking price, and the red is the sold price. So you can see that we have a lag between asking and sold. What was I telling you a year ago? If you go back and watch, you'll see that a year ago we were saying that prices were like this and the prices were like hitting, right? Or even more, that an asking price was not higher than the actual sold price. But today, my friends, the actual sold price is coming in lower than asking. Prepare yourself for that if you're about to get that house on the market in this so-called spring market here in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, you know how to reach me, right? If you ever need to call me, 216-255-7377. You can leave a comment below. I'll pick up the phone and call you, no problem. You can message me. You can email me. You can catch me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you need. I'm there for you. But before we go anywhere else, I want to talk property taxes for 1 minute. Most people might not be aware in Cuyahoga County, that's Cuyahoga, if you're from somewhere else. I'm from somewhere else, but if you're watching this from a remote location, that's Cuyahoga County. Cuyahoga County property taxes can be contested between January and March 31st. So we are mid-January right now. You have until March 31st to go to the Cuyahoga County Board of Revision's website and e-file your claim to reduce your property taxes. If you have any questions about it, I'm going to do a whole separate video on it. We're going to get you all set up and prepared. I have had many clients over the years get their property tax value reduced, which helps to reduce their property taxes in the end. So here we are, mid-January, 8 degrees, so cold. You're getting your home ready for sale, you're painting, you're fixing stuff, you are decluttering, and yes, you are even dealing with your closets. After all, you're moving. Just pack it up, get it away, and know, my friends, that pricing matters more than ever. Know your numbers, reach out to me, we can talk.